12,000-year-old massive underground tunnels are real and they stretch from Scotland to Turkey. I once bought a book having to do with underground tunnels under Athens and Attica in Greece. Unfortunately, they were full of pictures and maps. Unfortunately, I can't find that book. I've moved since then and I've never been able to find it. But these tunnels under Attica were also used in antiquity for escaping to safety. And this was done by, for example, the Athenians in the Battle of Marathon, when the Persians were coming for the battle between the Athenians and the Persians at the coast of the beach of Marathon Beach. And that's where Marathon became famous with the Philippides running to tell the Athenians that they won the battle, but that the Persians were coming towards the port of Piraeus, and that left because they left Athens unprotected. So they would made use of these tunnels to send the women and children to safety. So we know that the question is, who made these unbelievable tunnels? Some of them were so big that they could fit spinning loom, whole structures of looms, making the big looms that make the carpets, which are huge. I mean, they're as high sometimes as our roof in a room, or for a horses and chariot to go through. So they were pretty big, like these things here in Terenkuyu in Turkey. This again, of course, was used in Cappadocia by the first Christians for safety. So, is it possible that ancient cultures were interconnected thousands of years ago? According to thousands of underground tunnels that stretch from North Scotland towards the Mediterranean, the answer is, of course, a big yes. And this is by Awareness Act on Collective Spark. Mysterious tunnels discovered in Scotland that stretch all the way to Turkey. However, researchers are still unsure of why or how they were created. Well, obviously they were dug out and connected. So what makes them all the more mysterious is how absolutely amazing they are and how meticulously they were created. These thousands of stone-aged underground tunnels have left scientists completely perplexed. Dr. Henrik Kusch explained in his book entitled Secrets of the Underground Door to an Ancient World that the tunnels had been dug under literally hundreds of Neolithic settlements throughout Europe. The mere fact that they have survived for over 12,000 years proves that the original tunnels must have been all the more massive. He also believes that the tunnels were to be used as highways, which allowed people to travel to distant places across Europe. He explains that across Europe there are thousands of these tunnels, from the north in Scotland down to the Mediterranean. They are interspersed with nooks. At some places it's larger and there is seating or storage chambers and rooms. They do not all link up, but taken together it's a massive underground network. In Bavaria and Germany alone, we have found 700 meters of these underground tunnels and networks, and in Styria in Austria, we have found 350 meters, he said. All across Europe, there were thousands of them, from the north in Scotland down to the Mediterranean. Most are not much larger than big wormholes, just 70 centimeters wide, with just enough for a person to wiggle along, but nothing else. They are interspersed with nooks. At some places it's larger and there is seating or storage chambers and rooms. They do not all link up, but taken together it's a massive underground network. While many describe the tunnel as ancient highways, others have explained that they were a method for protecting men from predators. In his book, Dr. Henrik explains that churches were often built in the entrances to the tunnels because the church was afraid of the heathen legacy that the tunnels may have represented and wanted to stop their influence. Other similar tunnels have been discovered on other continents and even throughout the Americas. A number of ancient tunnels have been found, but the big question is why were these passages constructed? Also, how were they constructed? And while there are a number of legends regarding them, researchers have yet to discover any solid evidence. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.